It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Popped to Sainsbury's, picked up some new Brewdog Hop Frenzy Hazy IPA. Now, this really kind of piqued my interest in picking this up and buying it. It was £7. It was one of those, it's not just like a compulsive quick buy £7, is it? It's kind of like, let's pick it up, let's have a look at it, let's see what this is all about. And the reason why it piqued my interest and the reason why I made that kind of decision to go ahead and buy it is because if you think of Brewdog's #1 beer, their best-selling beer, Punk IPA, that started off life as 6% ABV. Then it made its way to 5.6% ABV. Then it made its way to 5.4% ABV. And I think what happens is, a bit like Stella Artois and all the other breweries that kind of dilute their beers down, they initially think that people don't realise, and they initially think that, you know, it's okay, you know, people don't take much notice of the ABV, but people do. People do. And I think that's where kind of Stella originally went from 6%, I believe, when it was first ever brewed, all the way down to 5.2%, then it made its way to 4.8%, then it made its way down to 4.6%, and then there was a lot of people that just went, no, I'm not buying Stella at 4.6% ABV. That was the strength of Carling when it first came out. Absolutely no way. And I think Brewdog have kind of suffered the same fate, if you like, in that they thought maybe that people weren't noticing that the beer was going from 6 to 5.6 to 5.4. So just like Stella Artois, now Stella Artois quite cleverly have brought a beer out over the last couple of years called Stella Unfiltered. And they brought it back at 5% ABV. So they made it unfiltered, they made it slightly cloudy, and they, importantly, and this is the important bit, they made it 5% ABV. Now people buy that again now because, quite frankly, I think Stella Artois is unfiltered, is quite a decent beer at 5% ABV, and it tastes okay. So this brings us along nicely to this review, doesn't it? Brewdog Hop Frenzy Hazy IPA. Let's tie this in. So I was telling you that Brewdog's Punk IPA is now 5.4% ABV. This beer is 5.8% ABV. So this is the closest IPA that Brewdog make that is close enough to the original 6% ABV Punk IPA. And I wonder, at £7 a box, if this is going to be close. Is this going to be close to the original Punk IPA at 6% ABV? Well, we reviewed that beer all the way back in 2010, so there's a chance here that... A bit of smoke on the can opening. There's a look at the can. There's a chance that it could, you know. I remain hopeful. I do remain hopeful, even though some of the Brewdog beers I'm not really a fan of. I remain hopeful that this could be a really, really good beer. And looking at it, hey, that doesn't look too bad, does it? One finger white head, nice fluffy, cloudy head, hazy looking IPA, good levels of carbonation rolling up the glass. It looks like a pretty decent beer. £7 a box, £3.50 for two, £1.75 a can. £1.75 for a 330ml can of Brewdog Hop Frenzy. Let's get the aroma. Yeah, it smells quite clean, actually. Smells quite hoppy. Pineapple, grapefruit, orange peel. You definitely get the sense that it's a Brewdog beer. Every Brewdog Hazy Pale Ale IPA kind of tends to have that same water. I think since they moved to the brewery in Ellen, I think the water supplies, it's not as good as it was when they first had their first brewery. You definitely get that kind of Brewdog aroma. You can tell a Brewdog beer just like you can tell a Marston's beer. But it smells okay. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Ooh, right, okay. Tastes like concentrated pineapple. Tropical outburst within. I would really want to know the ingredients. Water, malted barley, torrefied wheat, hops, malted oats and yeast. Is that all of the ingredients? Is that all of the ingredients? Now I know in the UK you don't have to by law list ingredients at all if you don't want to on a can, but if you're going to start stating some of the ingredients, then surely you state them all. Tastes like concentrates. Tastes like pineapple concentrate to me. And it's got that very artificial feel to it. Almost feel the headache coming on. Almost like if I take one more sip of this beer, I'm going to be reaching for the paracetamols. Oh, that's it's quite dreadful. It's quite on a personal level. I mean, you might be buying this beer, you might be thinking this beer is fantastic, but it's got that kind of like Brewdog candy kittens feel to it. That like just that candy kitten beer was terrible, awful. But this has a very similar, very artificial 1980s, 1990s what do they call them beers, the Hoopers Hooch, those sort of pop. I got 90s pop in my head. What was the name for those? Alco Pops. This tastes way too much like a 90s Alco Pop. This is just like, you know, the annoying thing about this is, you know, I was talking earlier on about buying the 4 cans. The annoying thing now about Brewdog is I can't just buy this 1 can and go, ugh, don't like this, pour it down the sink. I got another 3 cans of the stuff. And I got no intention whatsoever of putting that beer in my system. There's no way I'm drinking the rest of them cans. No way. I'd rather go without. It's annoying, isn't it? It's annoying that they've gone down this road, Brewdog, of like multi-pack buying 4 cans. A lot of the places now you can only buy 4 cans of Punk IPA. I don't want 4 cans of Punk IPA. I don't want 4 cans of Hazy Jane Guava either. That's all you seem to be able to buy now in Sainsbury's, where I bought this. 4 cans of Brewdog beer that I'm never ever gonna... I'm ranting again. Why am I always like this? Why do I kind of... You know, you're hopeful and you... The only reason I picked this beer up because it was 5.8% ABV and it had Hop Frenzy written on the front. And I thought to myself, maybe, just maybe, we're going to see the old Brewdog again. Absolutely no chance. Absolutely no chance. I'm going to have one more sip of this. The rest of the beer's going down the sink. And I'm going to take that, I don't know, to the local charity shop. Awful. Awful, awful beer. Synthetic feeling. For me, tastes like pineapple concentrates. It's got this kind of nasty, horrible concentrate finish to it. Awful beer. Awful beer. And I'm going to rate this as a 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Because essentially, I've paid £7 for a can. Because I'm only drinking the one, I'm only drinking half. I spent £7 on a few sips of beer. When are these breweries going to realise? When are these breweries going to realise that no more we're going to have the wool pulled over our eyes? No more. I say that, but I keep on having the wool pulled over my eyes, don't I? I keep on buying the blooming stuff. Terrible beer. Terrible beer. I'm going, I've had enough. Thanks for watching. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.